Last week on Battle of the Ports, we took a look at Asuka 120% Burning Fest. This week, we are taking a look at its rival and hentai-inspired cousin, Variable Geo, or sometimes just known as VG. The first version to be released was for NEC's PC9801 series of PCs in July of 1993. So what is Variable Geo all about? Well, Variable Geo is a martial arts competition held once a year by the super multinational company Showa Group to determine the strongest waitress. The total prize money is 1 billion yen, and that's about it. So yeah, an excuse for a one-on-one fighter, I guess. The first outing is rather janky at best. We only have 2 attack buttons, being punch and kick. There are special moves, but at times they don't really function very well. The hit detection is also pretty poor, and the audio isn't really anything worth bothering with. There is a lot of nice speech, mind you. But I have a feeling PC98 gamers were not playing this game for the quality game mechanics. Oh no, they were playing this for the hentai images, to which there are 2 per character. Win 1 round and you get to see some breast and panty action. Win again and we get the typical hentai porn crap. What is odd is that all the lady garden areas are censored. Not that I'm going to be showing any of that on this video, mind you. The next release of Variable Geo was for the PC Engine in July of 1994. This game actually goes under the title of Advanced VG. It also introduced the music and story mode found in the following ports. As you can clearly see, this is miles above the original PC98 version. We actually have a game here that's worth playing. Well, maybe once or twice. Users of 6-button pads will be pleased to know that this game now adds 2 more move attacks. So now we have a light and hard punches and kicks. Users of the regular PC Engine pad are stuck with the limitations found on the original game though. So besides the addition of better music, story mode, more animation, line scrolling, improved gameplay and nice backgrounds, this game also gives us a few more characters and new backgrounds for them. All round, a big improvement. July of 1995 saw the release of the Super Famicom version titled Super VG, and this version really is super in many ways. A lot of the stages have been redrawn or designed to add more detail and style to the game. It retains the original endings and features nice clear speech samples and good renditions of the PC Engine's CD audio. Even some characters have been beefed up with more impressive movesets. Sadly, there is a downside to this version. The game slows down a lot and it often briefly pauses to uncompress sound samples. It also runs in a small window. Here, this is what it really looks like. Wow, that's pretty bad. Still, despite these issues, I do like this version. For the developer, TGL, this is quite the impressive effort.
Yuka!
Moving up another generation to the PlayStation release in April 1996. This port takes the same title of the PC Engine CD version of Advanced VG, but just like the Super Famicom game, this mixes things up a bit. We have all the same characters, but now they look much larger with more frames of animation. The backgrounds have either been changed completely or updated from the Super Famicom version. And also, just like the Super Famicom version, this slows down from time to time. It really is off-putting on a 32-bit console. On the plus side, I do like the translucent shadows that follow the character when pulling off moves, and the introduction now features much larger animation windows. So it looks like this is the best version of Variable Geo. Oh wait, there is one more port which also goes under the title of Advanced VG. This is the Sega Saturn port released in March of 1997. Now, I know what you all want to know. Is this better than the PlayStation port? Well, it doesn't suffer from slowdown, but who really cares about that? The Saturn port reinstates the hentai. Okay, well, not the hardcore hentai, but some suggestive images for sure. Here, take a look. You dirty buggers. Anyway, back to the game. This version loses the translucent effects during fights and replaces them with rapidly flashing sprites. People watching at 60 frames per second will see these as transparencies, but those watching at 30 frames per second will not. So in reality, since this game runs at a solid 60 frames per second, it doesn't really matter. Some of the floors look a bit warped for some reason. Maybe TGL were going for some sort of perspective effect. Whatever they were going for, I don't think it worked well. What did work well was the yet again arrangement of some stages. A few stages have been altered from their PlayStation counterparts for the better in terms of design and detail. But is this the better game? Well, that's for you to decide. Let's take a look at all those versions of Variable Geo running side by side.